Here's the same script rewritten into clean, readable paragraphs, no titles, with grammar, flow, and clarity fixed while keeping the story and tone intact. I did light editing, only no added facts, no removed meaning. Gene Hackman, the legendary actor known for films like The French Connection, The Conversation, and Superman, has died at the age of 95. What
Shall we head
initially
over?
appeared to be a
Yes,
quiet
let's go.
passing
The
quickly
crowd is
turned
lively
into a
tonight.
disturbing
It
mystery
certainly
after
is.
authorities made a
Thank you to the
shocking
Hollywood
discovery
Foreign
inside
Press.
his
This is
Santa
an
Fe, New
incredible
Mexico
honor.
mansion.
I am so
When
thrilled to be here
investigators entered
tonight.
the property, they were stunned
It's
to
great
find
to
the
see
bodies
you
of
here.
Hackman
You
and his
too.
wife,
What a
Betsy
night.
Arakawa,
Couldn't
hidden
agree
inside
more.
the
Cheers
home.
to that.
The circumstances surrounding their deaths immediately raised troubling questions about what may have happened behind closed doors during their final days.
You look great
At
tonight.
first, authorities
Thanks. So
stated
do
there
you
were
ready?
no signs of
Let's
foul
go.
play, and early reports suggested carbon monoxide poisoning as a possible cause. However, the situation soon took a dramatic turn. Investigators later labeled
You
the
know,
deaths
every book here
suspicious
has a
and
story
launched
to
a
tell.
full-scale
It's what
investigation.
makes this place so
In-maintenance
special.
workers reportedly made the grim discovery
It's
after
so
arriving
good to
at the
see
home
you.
for routine
You too. How have you
work.
been?
They found
I've
the
been
front
well,
door open
thank you.
with 2 dogs running loose on the property.
Look at all this color.
Inside
Amazing.
the house, a
Yeah,
third
it's
dog
wild.
was found
What's that
dead
say?
inside a
I think
crate.
it's a tag. Let's
A
see.
detail that deeply puzzled
This is so
investigators and added
exciting.
to
It
growing
certainly
concerns.
is, my dear.
The
I'm
condition
so
of the
glad we're here
bodies
together.
suggested they had been deceased for a considerable amount of time. Authorities noted signs of decay and mummification,
We
indicating
need
the
to
couple
act
had gone
now.
unnoticed
The
for
time
days
power
or
waiting is
possibly
over.
weeks.
Let's make the changes
Betsy
we need.
Arakawa was found on the bathroom floor near a countertop where
You look
pills were
absolutely
scattered beside
stunning
an open
tonight.
prescription
Thank
bottle.
you. You look very
This
handsome
raised
yourself.
speculation
great
about
to
whether
see
she
you.
experienced a medical emergency, overdosed, or if something more troubling had occurred. An experienced investigator commented that the scene did not
You know,
add
I've been
up,
thinking
stating
about
it was
what
extremely
really
unusual
matters.
for 2 people
And it's
to
not
die
what you think.
simultaneously without a clear cause. When federal investigators arrived, they were reportedly shocked by what they found. One insider
Listen up,
described
people.
the scene
I need
as
your full
unsettling,
attention right
saying
now.
the level
This
of
is an official order.
decomposition
Comply
made it feel as
immediately.
though time had frozen inside the house.
Thank you so
Many
much for
questioned
this
how such a
incredible
famous
honor.
actor and his
I am
wife could
deeply
remain
moved and
undiscovered
grateful
for
to my
so long.
colleagues. Thank you.
Toxicology
day for a
reports are
walk.
now expected
It
to play
is.
a
I'm
crucial
glad we
role
came
in
out.
determining the
Me
truth.
too, dear.
As investigators consider all
It's so good to
possibilities,
see you.
including natural
You
causes,
too. I've
accidental
missed
death,
this.
or homicide. Gene Hackman was one of Hollywood's most respected actors, winning 2 Academy Awards and appearing in more than 80 films.
I'm thrilled to be here
Audiences
tonight.
remember him as
Energy is
Popeye Doyle in
fantastic,
French
and the
Connection,
film is exceptional.
Lex Luthor in
A great
Superman,
night for everyone.
and from films like
I was just
Unforgiven
thinking
and The
about
Royal
what you said
Tenenbaums.
earlier.
Oh, really?
Film
What about
historians
it?
often
I
praised
think you
his
might be
versatility,
right.
noting his
What a
ability
wonderful
to seamlessly
evening.
move between
It
drama,
really is.
All right,
action,
team,
and
ready?
comedy.
Ready,
Hackman
let's
retired
go.
from acting in 2009 due to health concerns, with his last public award appearance occurring in 2003, when he received a Lifetime Achievement honor at the Golden Globes. His final public sighting was in 2023, when he was seen with his wife outside a restaurant in New Mexico. He appeared frail, using a cane and leaning on Betsy for support. News of his death sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Actress Gwyneth Paltrow, who worked with Hackman in The Royal Tenenbaums, shared a tribute online, posting a photo of them, together with a broken heart emoji, following the discovery of the bodies. The New Mexico Gas Company was called in to inspect the property due to early concerns about carbon monoxide poisoning. However, after a thorough inspection, no gas leaks were found. Fire officials also reported no evidence of toxic fumes. Despite this, authorities confirmed the investigation remains ongoing as they await further test results. More troubling details continued to emerge. Hackman was found in a small room near the back door, appearing to have fallen with his cane and sunglasses nearby. Betsy was located in the bathroom on the opposite side of the house, where a space heater had been knocked over. Experts noted that prolonged exposure to warm, dry air could explain the mummification observed, especially if the heater had been running for an extended period. The fact that 2 dogs survived while one died in a crate suggested food and water may have been available for a time, further supporting the theory that the couple had been deceased for days or weeks. Authorities ruled out forced entry and found no visible injuries on either body. Still, questions remain. Some speculate that one spouse may have died first due to illness or a fall, with the other passing soon after. Others wonder if environmental factors or medication played a role. Investigators are now reviewing medical records, phone activity, and recent communications to identify any warning signs. Gene Hackman's daughter Elizabeth told TMZ she believed carbon monoxide poisoning might still be a possibility despite initial findings. Another daughter, Leslie Ann Hackman, told the Daily Mail that her father was in remarkably good health for his age. She said he regularly practiced yoga and Pilates and had not undergone any recent surgeries, while his death at 95 was not entirely Unexpected, Betsy Arakawa's death at 63 raised many concerns. Leslie described their marriage as loving and said, Betsy played a major role in caring for her father and keeping him healthy. In a joint statement, Hackman's daughters Elizabeth and Leslie, along with his granddaughter Annie, expressed their heartbreak, saying that while the world admired him as an actor, to them he was simply a father and grandfather. Tributes also poured in from Hollywood legends. Clint Eastwood, who worked with Hackman on Unforgiven, praised his talent and called him a close friend, saying his performances were always honest and powerful. Hackman's rise to fame was anything but easy. Early in his career at the Pasadena Playhouse, instructors reportedly ranked him as least likely to succeed. Instead of quitting, Hackman used the criticism as motivation. He struggled for years, taking small theater roles in television, appearances before finally breaking through with Bonnie and Clyde. His performance earned him an Oscar nomination and set him on a path to stardom. He cemented his legacy with The French Connection in 1971, winning his first Academy Award. Throughout the decades, he delivered unforgettable performances in films like The Conversation, Scarecrow, and Superman. Despite his success, Hackman faced health challenges, including a heart procedure in 1990. That doctor said likely saved his life. In later interviews, he spoke openly about aging and mortality, explaining that his greatest concern was ensuring his family's well-being. Hackman retired in 2009. After doctors advised him that stress could endanger his heart, in retirement, he embraced a quieter life, writing novels, painting, fishing, and enjoying time with his wife in New Mexico. Even after stepping away from Hollywood, his legacy remained firmly intact. As investigators continue their work, many questions remain unanswered. Whether the deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa were the result of natural causes, a tragic accident, or something more sinister is still unclear, until medical reports provide definitive answers. The mystery surrounding their final days continues to haunt fans around the world. The unanswered questions surrounding the deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa have left both investigators and the public searching for clarity. Neighbors in the quiet Santa Fe area later told authorities that the couple lived a very private life and were rarely seen, which may explain how their deaths went unnoticed for so long. Hackman had deliberately stepped away from the public eye after retiring, choosing peace and isolation over Hollywood attention. Friends described the couple as deeply devoted to one another, preferring a calm, routine-driven lifestyle centered on health, creativity, and solitude. Investigators are now carefully reconstructing the final days inside the home. Phone records, emails, prescription histories, and recent medical appointments are being reviewed to determine whether either Hackman or Arakawa showed signs of distress or illness before their deaths. Toxicology results are expected to be especially important, as they may reveal whether medication, dehydration, or an undetected medical condition played a role. Authorities have emphasized that while speculation is widespread, conclusions will only be drawn once
Shall we head over?
evidence
Yes,
is complete.
let's go.
The
The
open
crowd is
front door
lively
remains
tonight.
one of the
It
most
certainly
troubling
is.
details.
Thank you to the
Some
Hollywood Foreign
investigators
Press.
believe
This
it may
is
have
an
been left
incredible
open
honor.
unintentionally
I am so
during a
thrilled
medical
to be here
emergency,
tonight.
while others question whether someone
It's
may
great
have
to
entered
see
the
you
home at
here.
some
You
point
too.
without
What a
leaving
night.
clear evidence behind.
Couldn't agree more. Cheers
Despite
to
these
that.
concerns, no valuables appeared to be missing, and there were no signs of struggle, making theories of outside involvement difficult to
You
prove.
look great
The
tonight.
death of the dog,
Thanks. So,
Found
you
in a
ready?
crate continues
Let's
to
go.
weigh heavily on the case.
Animal behavior experts suggest that the dog likely died from starvation or dehydration, reinforcing the idea that the couple
You
had
know,
been
every
deceased
book
for an
here has a
extended
story to
period.
tell.
The
It's what
survival
makes
of the
this
other
place
two
so
dogs
special.
suggests they may have had access to food
It's so good
or
to
water,
see you.
either from
You
stored
too. How have you
supplies
been?
or another
I've been
unknown
well,
source
thank you.
within the home. This detail
Look at all this
alone has
color.
fueled
Amazing.
intense debate about
Yeah,
the
it's
timeline
wild.
of
What's that
events
say?
as
I think
the
it's a tag.
investigation
Let's see.
unfolds. Hollywood
This is
continues
so
to reflect on
exciting.
Hackman's
It
extraordinary
certainly is,
legacy.
my dear.
I'm
Fellow
so glad
actors,
we're here
directors, and
together.
fans have revisited his films, praising the authenticity and intensity he brought to every role. Many have noted that Hackman
We need to
never
act
sought
now.
fame for its
The
own
time
sake.
for voting is
Instead,
over.
he
Let's
valued
make the
craft,
changes we need.
discipline, and honesty both on screen and
You look
in life.
absolutely stunning tonight.
Even at the
Thank
height of his
you. You look
career,
very
he
handsome
avoided
yourself.
celebrity
It's
culture,
great to see you.
preferring to let his work speak for itself. While the world waits for answers, one truth remains clear. Gene Hackman's impact on cinema is
You know, I've been
undeniable.
thinking about
His
what
performances
really
shaped
matters.
generations
it's
of
not what you
filmmakers
think.
and actors. His decision to walk away from fame on his own terms only deepened public respect for him. The mystery surrounding his
Listen
final
up,
days
people.
may never
I
be
need your
fully
full
resolved,
attention right
but
now.
his legacy
This is an
as one of
official
the
order.
greatest
Comply
actors of all
immediately.
time will endure far beyond
Thank
the
you so
circumstances
much
of
for
his
this
death.
incredible honor.
For now,
I am deeply
investigators
moved and
continue their
grateful
work
to my
quietly,
colleagues.
determined
Thank you.
to uncover the
Beautiful
truth
day
behind
for
the
a walk.
tragic and
It
unsettling
is. I'm
events
glad we came
inside the
out.
Hackman
Me
home.
too, dear.
Until then, the story remains
It's
one of
so
loss,
good to see you.
mystery,
You too.
and a
I've
final
missed
chapter
this.
that no one could have anticipated. As authorities move closer to final conclusions, the case has become a sobering reminder of how even the most famous lives can end in
I'm
silence.
thrilled to be here tonight.
In the days
Energy
following
is
the
fantastic
discovery,
and the film is
officials
exceptional.
emphasized that
A
cases
great night
involving
for everyone.
elderly individuals
I was
living
just thinking
privately
about what you
are
said
among the most
earlier.
difficult to
Oh, really?
reconstruct.
What about
Without
it?
witnesses,
I think you might be
alarms, or
right.
immediate medical
What a
intervention.
wonderful evening.
Timelines
It
blur
really
and
is.
small
All right, T,
details
ready?
take on enormous
let's
importance.
go.
Every object in the house, from prescription bottles to thermostats, is now being treated as a potential clue. Investigators are paying close attention to the medications found near Betsy Arakawa. Scattered pills can suggest an overdose. Experts caution that such scenes are often misleading. Pills may spill during a fall, a medical episode, or a moment of panic. Without toxicology results, there is no confirmation that medication played any role at all. Similarly, the knocked-over space heater may point to nothing more than an accidental disturbance, rather than a cause of death. These ambiguities have made the investigation slow and meticulous. Medical professionals familiar with end-of life scenarios note that it is possible one spouse suffered a sudden medical emergency, such as a heart event or stroke, while the other, already under stress or with existing health conditions, passed away soon afterward. Emotional shock, dehydration, or confusion can be deadly, particularly for older individuals. If Hackman collapsed near the back door, as evidence suggests, Arakawa may have tried to seek help, become overwhelmed, or suffered her own crisis shortly. After the lack of communication in the days before their deaths has also raised questions, Hackman had largely withdrawn from social contact, and those who knew the couple respected their desire for privacy. Friends later admitted that weeks could pass without hearing from them, which now feels unsettling in hindsight. This isolation, once seen as peaceful, may have unintentionally delayed discovery when something went wrong. Public reaction has been divided between grief and curiosity. Fans around the world mourn the loss of a cinematic icon, while others fixate on the mystery itself. Online forums and social media have been flooded with theories, some compassionate, others sensational. Authorities have urged restraint, reminding the public that speculation can distort reality and deepen pain for surviving family members. Hackman's children have largely remained out of the spotlight since releasing their statement, choosing privacy over public discussion. Those close to the family say they are focused on remembering Hackman not for the way he died, but for how he lived. To them, he was not a Hollywood legend, but a father who valued independence, honesty, and quiet determination. Betsy Arakawa, often overlooked in headlines, is being remembered by friends as deeply intelligent, loyal, and fiercely protective of her husband. In the broader context of Hackman's life, the mystery feels especially stark. He spent decades portraying characters who unraveled secrets, chased truth, and confronted moral ambiguity. His own final chapter mirrors the complexity of the roles that made him famous. Films like The Conversation and The French Connection explored surveillance, isolation, and the unseen consequences of human choices, themes that now echo uncomfortably in real life. Film scholars have noted that Hackman's greatest strength was his ability to feel real. He never played heroes as flawless or villains as caricatures. His characters were tired, conflicted, sometimes broken, and deeply human. That realism is what made audiences trust him and why his performances continue to resonate decades later. Even in retirement, his absence from screens felt intentional rather than tragic, as if he had completed his work and stepped away quietly as weeks pass. Official findings will eventually bring clarity, even if they do not satisfy every question. Autopsy and toxicology reports may identify a medical cause, confirm or dismiss medication involvement, and establish a more accurate timeline. Yet some aspects of the story may remain unknowable, moments that occurred with no witnesses, thoughts that were never spoken, decisions made in silence. What remains undeniable is the sense of loss. Gene Hackman represented an era of acting rooted in discipline rather than spectacle, in character rather than celebrity. His death alongside that of Betsy Arakawa closes a chapter not only for their family, but for Hollywood itself. The quietness of their passing stands in sharp contrast to the noise of fame that once surrounded him. In the end, the mystery may fade, but the legacy will not. Hackman's films will continue to be watched, studied, and admired. His performances, will outlive the unanswered questions, offering audiences something solid in a story filled with uncertainty. And perhaps that is the most fitting tribute of all that, even as the circumstances of his final days remain unclear. The meaning of his life's work remains unmistakably clear. In the aftermath of the investigation, officials have reiterated that not every tragedy delivers clear answers. Some deaths, especially those involving age, isolation, and complex health factors, leave behind only partial truths. Even once the final reports are released, authorities acknowledge that the emotional why may never be fully understood. What happened inside the Hackman home may ultimately be explained in medical terms. The human story behind it will always feel unfinished. Those who admired Gene Hackman are now revisiting his work with a deeper sense of reflection. Scenes once viewed as fictional now feel strangely intimate, as if his films were quietly preparing audiences for themes of solitude, aging, and vulnerability. His characters often stood at the edge of society, watching, listening, enduring, and perhaps that is why his performances feel even more poignant now. He understood restraint, silence, the weight of unspoken moments better than most actors of his generation. Betsy Arakawa's role in his life is also being viewed through a new lens. For years, she shielded Hackman from the pressures of fame, helping him build a life far removed
Shall we head
from
over?
red carpets
Yes,
and
let's
interviews.
go. The
Friends
crowd
say
is
she was not
lively
merely a
tonight.
partner, but
It
a
certainly
caretaker,
is.
confidant, and anchor.
Thank you to the
Her
Hollywood
sudden
Foreign
death
Press.
has
This is
deepened
an
the
incredible
tragedy,
honor.
reminding many
I
that
am so
behind
thrilled
every
to be here
public figure
tonight.
stands someone whose sacrifices
It's
often
great
go
to see you
unnoticed.
here. You
As
too.
the house
What a
in Santa
night.
Fe remains
Couldn't
quiet,
agree more.
it has
Cheers
become
to
a
that.
symbol of both peace and mystery. Once a refuge from Hollywood, it is now forever linked to unanswered questions.
You look great
Investigators
tonight.
will eventually
Thanks.
leave,
So do you. Ready?
reports will be
Let's
filed,
go.
and headlines will move on. But for those closest to the couple, the silence will linger far longer. Grief rarely follows logic, and closure does
You know,
not always
every
arrive
book
with
here has
facts.
a story to
In
tell.
time,
It's
the
what
focus
makes
will
this
likely
place
shift
so
away from
special.
the circumstances of their deaths and
It's
back
so
to the
good
life
to see
Gene
you.
Hackman lived.
You too. How have you been?
I've
Young
been
actors
well,
will
thank
cite
you.
him as an influence, and
Look at all
audiences
this
will
color.
discover his work for
Amazing.
the first time.
Yeah, it's wild.
Each
What's that
viewing
say?
will
I
add
think it's a
another layer
tag.
to his
Let's see.
legacy, reinforcing why
This
he was
is so
considered one of the most
exciting.
authentic
It certainly
actors
is, my dear.
Hollywood ever
I'm
produced.
so glad we're here together.
Perhaps the most striking aspect of this story is how quietly it ends. No grand farewell, no final interview. No
We need to
carefully
act
staged
now.
goodbye.
The time pile
Just
voting
two
is over.
lives concluding
Let's make
away
the
from
changes we
spotlight,
need.
exactly as Hackman had chosen to live for years.
You look
In a
absolutely
career
stunning
defined by
tonight.
realism,
Thank you. You look
that
very
final
handsome yourself.
act may
It's
have been
great
the
to
most
see you.
authentic of all. And so, while the mystery surrounding Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa may never fully disappear,
You know,
it
I've been
slowly
thinking
gives
about
way to
what really
remembrance.
matters.
What endures
And
is
it's
not
not what you
speculation,
think.
but the body of work left behind, the people who loved them, and the undeniable mark Gene Hackman left on cinema.
Listen up,
In the
people.
end,
I
his
need your full
legacy speaks
attention right
louder than
now.
any
This is an
unanswered
official
question
order.
ever
Comply
could.
immediately.